I'm Brittany and welcome to Sparkle Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free chocolate chip pumpkin bread. Alright, well let's get started. So first off, you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees and then you're going to forget about it. And then you're going to select what size pan you want your lovely cake / bread to go in. So I'm going to use a butt pan just because I think it's a really fun shape, and we're going to grease that down. Now I am choosing to use coconut oil, and you can use butter as well. Either one works beautifully. So we just take a little bit out of there, and I like to use my fingers for this, and just rub it around on the pan. Get it nice and greased up because we don't want anything sticking to the pan because that will not make a very pretty cake. Okay. Nice and greased up. The bonus about coconut oil is that you're also nourishing your skin at the same time. So, I kind of like that. Bonus skincare. Okay, so we're good. Once that is done, you're just going to set that aside. And then you're going to take a big old bowl, like this one, and we're going to mix our dry ingredients in it first. And to make this paleo-friendly and gluten-free, I've chosen to use these two flours, coconut flour and also tapioca flour. It makes a really good combination to get it nice and fluffy and not for it to taste too much like coconut either. So I'm using a ½ cup of coconut flour and 3/4 cup of tapioca flour. We're putting that in there. And then I have about ½ teaspoon of sea salt. So we're going to add that in. And then I have a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to add that in. Oh no, baking soda. Did I say powder? Baking soda. And then we're going to add in some pumpkin pie spice. I have 6 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And it might seem like a lot, but this cake is going to be really, really rich with pumpkin flavor. So add that in. And we're going to mix those together. Okay. Oh, it already smells like pumpkin. Very exciting. Okay, and then once those are pretty well incorporated, then we're going to make sort of like a well into the bottom of it. So sort of like dig a little hole in the middle of your dry ingredients. And then we're going to add the wet ingredients. And the first we're going to add are 3 eggs. So I'm just going to pop those babies in there. 1. Whoops. Ah! Kitchen fail. 2. Now I've got another egg. All right. 1 more egg. Okay. 3. Voila. So we got our eggs. Now we're going to scramble those eggs up a little bit in there. Whisk those babies together. Okay, excellent. Then we're going to add 1 can of pureed pumpkin. Put that in. Woo! Just plopped out so perfectly. All right, and then mix that in to the middle. We're not really trying to mix it into the dry ingredients just yet. We're just mixing the wet ingredients first. Okay, and then I have 6 tablespoons of maple syrup. That's how it's going to be nice and sugary and a little treat for us in this cake. Okay, maple syrup. There we go. And then I'm going to add some coconut butter. And this is the primary fat for this cake. And the coconut butter is just made really easily with some flaked coconut. And you can do that by adding 1 cup of coconut to a food processor and processing that up for just a couple of minutes. And then it makes a nice little butter. So this is a ½ cup, 1 cup of flaked coconut In the food processor, it makes a half cup. So we're gonna add that in there. Okay, this is getting full. So we have that. The other wet ingredients that we're adding, I like to add some coconut butter. I'm sorry, we just added coconut butter. I like to add some cocoa butter to this. And the cocoa butter, what that does, it has that like a little bit of chocolate flavor to it, and it just is a really good addition to this cake, I think. And this is what it looks like if you're wondering. You can find it easily on Amazon. Not too pricey. And then we're going to add some vanilla extract. And I love vanilla extract, so I'm adding 1 teaspoon and a little halfie because it's so delicious. Okay, so now we're just going to add, we're just going to mix. We're just going to mix everything together. Okay, now that all of the ingredients are mixed up really well into the bowl, we're gonna add the most important part, the chocolate chips. And I really like this brand of chocolate chips. They are dairy-free, so I really like that aspect about them. Just gonna slice into there. And I'm gonna add almost the whole bag. I kind of eyeball this. I like to add maybe 1.5 cups-ish, something like that, to it. Just depends on how chocolatey you like your things. And just mix that together. All right, so now that it's all mixed together really well, we're gonna put it in our prepared pan. Bring my pan back, and we're just going to pour it on in. It's really easy. So once you have it in the bundt pan, you're just gonna kind of smooth out the top. You can just use your spoon to do this and just make it nice and smooth. And then once it's to your liking and it's all beautiful, just like this, you're going to throw it in the oven and bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes. And you're going to test the doneness by sticking a little toothpick in it. And when it comes out clean, then you know it's done. It might need a little bit longer than 30 minutes because all ovens are a little different. All right, well, I'm gonna bake this up and then I'll show you the finished product when it's done. All right, well, the cake / bread has cooked beautifully in the oven for about 30 minutes. Might have to go a little longer depending upon how hot your oven gets and how things cook in your kitchen. But this is perfectly done, and you want to make it sure that it cools for about 10, 15, 20 minutes before you take it out of the pan. And I've not taken it out of the pan yet. I'm going to try it in the pan because I'm going to slice it into beautiful little slices and serve it that way. All right, let's dig into this thing. Oh, I'm so excited. Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, it's still piping hot. Oh, delicious. Oh my gosh. So excited about this. I love the ooey gooey chocolate goodness. All right. Oh my God. Pumpkin and chocolate were made for each other. All right, enjoy.